Hello, I'm Lamika Ortet, and this is my Lifelong Learner project for UNIV 101 course. In this project, I'll be focusing on where I'm from, my background, my perspectives, and what brought me here to where I am right now, as well as where I'm going. As seen in the first slide, I was born in Ortet, South Africa, but since my mom is Mozambican and my dad is Angolan, I have both nationalities. I lived in Mozambique since I was a baby up until my 12th birthday, and then moved to Angola until last year, which was when I moved to the US. I come from a very respectful, humble, authentic, and dedicated culture. My family has traditions and values that have been carried from generation to generation, and the pride in our hearts is what makes us treasure the different principles that bring us together and make us unique. These principles have shaped me to be strong and resilient in everything I do, seeing the beauty and the various opportunities that lie in front of me. However, as I grew and discovered life on my own, I went through weak and hard moments that kept on pushing me down and challenging my beliefs. I remember as a child hiding myself behind big clothes and shying away from whoever tried to approach me, all because of the shame I felt of my body. Being a chubby child, I always felt left out when around my friends. Bullied and ashamed, I had a hard time accepting myself as I was. All I wanted was to have a normal body. Since I wasn't happy with the place I was in, I got motivated to start caring for my body more and being mindful about what I ate and enjoying more of the sports that I loved. Focusing on myself more instead of what people said brought my confidence back and served to me as a first life learning moment that taught me to be more confident under my own skin. A few years later, which was actually last year, I went through another hard moment that in the end led me to the same conclusion. As senior year started and university applications were one of the most popular topics in school, my insecurities started to creep in. I was worried that I wouldn't make it. SATs made my life miserable, and I allowed myself to feel defeated. It wasn't until a couple of months later that I started to get better. Didn't do as well as I wanted on the test, but at that point, I knew that my worth, capabilities, and future couldn't be dependent on just the test. I then applied to the U of A with my high school GPA. Gratefully, it was more than enough to get a scholarship. Being accepted to this university was one of the first of many milestones in my life. I was again reminded that I shouldn't be fearful nor doubtful, but confident of all my capabilities. My intended major is architecture. As a kid, I always loved to draw and try new drawing techniques. And since my aunt is an architect, I would go with her to her jobs and pay close attention to what she was doing and her conversations with clients and what was being executed in the building. As small as I was, I still didn't know that this would be a life pursuit. In high school, while having technical drawing classes, I came to the conclusion that the preciseness, crispiness of architecture was what I was enchanted with. Then I was sure of my major. Ever since I joined the U of A, I have identified a couple of strengths and weaknesses within myself. Being curious helped me keep an open mind and motivated to the new things that lied in front of me. Being organized worked in my favor when it came to paying attention in my schoolwork and also balancing out with my personal life. As a weakness, I found myself procrastinating sometimes and having a hard time focusing on the important things I had to do. But it all worked out in the end. Although this year has been very stressful due to the adaptations of my first semester freshman year, I can say I am definitely happy finding my way through the future. After all the headaches and challenges that came with this year, I am now in a good mental and physical place to look towards what is ahead of me and conquer my dreams with all the knowledge I have gained through my difficulties. I am aware that it won't be easy, but God, who holds my future, is always by my side. 5 years from now, I envision myself finishing my bachelor's in architecture, closer to my lifelong dream, open-minded, proud, and feeling accomplished about everything that I will have done by then. I will be looking back at today's Lamika, and tears of joy will be running down my eyes, having flashbacks of all the hard and dreadful moments when I wanted to give up, but I decided not to. I will enjoy every bit of my success and look ahead to everything that will still be to come, for the journey won't be over yet. My master's degree in real estate management will still be waiting for me. In order to reach one of my hugest academic goals, which is to finish my bachelor's degree, I plan to be the best version of myself always, in everything that I do. Give every single bit of myself to the work I still will have. Also paying attention to leisure time, fun moments for me to chill out, because that's also crucial to my mental health. I desire to keep on having the same motivation and compassion, if not more, to keep going no matter what is in front of me. After all my studies, I wish to carry a career on architecture and real estate. My dream is to lead a company that buys buildings, revamps them to our clients' needs, and then sells them. Since I love the art of architecture and construction, this idea has always been inside of me. As I grew up, I noticed back home that not many buildings had planning, so I aim to help my country in that sense. Sometime later in life, I would love to travel around the world, tasting new foods and learning about different cultures. Along with my best company, my boyfriend, I'm excited to get to see and know the world from the different angles it has. I have had plenty of life-learning moments in my life, and I know I'm still young, so I'm still having a lot of them. But I'm very happy I could share in this project, and I look forward to the many other things that are still to come in my life. This was my project. I hope it was good. Thank you.